The mainstream media needs to stop, put its hands behind its head, and walk backwards slowly because they are busted. Just caught them. Literally just caught them, and I'm sure some people saw it, but they don't realize what was actually said. The Surgeon General himself just gave up the game on Fox News with Chris Wallace. Now I'm going to play this for you so you can hear it for yourself. I cannot believe, one second while I just see volume. I cannot believe that this guy actually said this, but he nailed it. Chris Wallace is whining and crying about the states that haven't issued stay-at-home orders, and like both sides of the media continues to do, they continue to beg for government to come save them and come swoop in and be their great savior. Now, listen to this.
He says he believes that there should be a national stay-at-home order. Is he wrong?
Well, Chris, it's important to understand that most people across the country are doing the right thing. Over 90% of the country is staying at home, and a good proportion, more than average, are staying home even in those 9 states. But the last time you and I talked, it was about opioids. People don't know, but I've run a state Department of Health. I've been involved in health for years. And diseases don't respect state lines, but we live in a country where we have a system of federalism. And when it comes to opioids, states have different rules and regulations and laws regarding treatment, regarding syringe service programs, as you and I have talked about. I actually put out a report on tobacco cessation earlier this year, and we know that states have different laws there, and more people will die, even in the worst projections, from cigarette smoking in this country that are going to die from coronavirus this year.
What? Wait a minute. It's the great plague of the millennia. It's going to wipe out the vast majority of the civilized world. Millions are going to die. We're never going to come back. More people are going to die of cigarette smoking, even in the worst projections. Even in the worst projections, more people are going to die of cigarette smoking and cigarette-related issues than will die of coronavirus. Let's hear it again.
States have different laws there, and more people will die, even in the worst projections, from cigarette smoking in this country that are going to die from coronavirus this year. And so we always are struggling with trying to get information out to guide people that we know will help them be healthy with states' rights. But it's why we put out these 30 days to stop the spread guidelines. These are essentially our national stay-at-home order, and we're working with governors to figure out their needs, their desires. One more important point, the 9 states that haven't yet done shelter-in-place orders are states that actually produce a large amount of our food. So they're struggling with issues concerning how they can provide for the rest of the country to be able to stay at home. But right now, what I would say to those governors is if you can't give us a month, give us what you can. Give us a week. Give us whatever you can to stay at home during this.
Wow, this guy is a national hero. This guy just gave it all up. More people are going to die, even in the worst projections, from cigarette smoking and cigarette-related issues, meaning emphysema, polyps, that type of thing. Wow. Boy, I tell you what, if that started circulating, they'd have some answering to do. They just cost tens of millions of healthy people, their jobs. They just literally shut down the world's economic engine for something that's not even going to, remember this, in the worst projections, kill as many people as cigarette smoking does. And that includes secondhand smoke, for those of you that are out there typing, that's a choice. Not for everyone. So, why are we not now arresting the owners of Philip Morris and all the tobacco companies for criminal facilitation or criminally negligent homicide? Because don't we do that now? Remember the Remember the woman that walked into the grocery store? I wish I'd have brought up the link, but she did. She walked into a grocery store, a whole produce section. She started sneezing and coughing on everything just to be an asshole. And they had to throw away the whole thing. Tens of thousands of dollars worth of food. They charged her criminally. There was some other guy that went up and put his hands on some woman and said he gave her the coronavirus. They charged him criminally. There was actually, now that I think about that, there was it Jim Baker? I think it was Jim Baker. Was trying to push this silver solution stuff or some version of it. And they charged him with selling these solutions. But funny, hydroxychloroquine is unproven, untested, but they're allowing it to be used for compassionate use. Same thing with the issue with plasma, compassionate use. But somebody a month ago or a month and a half ago said, hey, you can take this, and there is some evidence out there, even if it's just anecdotal, that this helps boost your immune system so that you don't get sick. And they made all those people shut down their websites and charged them and made them out as if they were criminals. Really, more people in the worst projections are going to die from cigarette and cigarette-related issues. Reckless homicide, maybe? Negligent homicide? There's a laundry list of things you could charge these people with. I'm telling you what. National hero, because he just told the truth. And boy, I tell you what, if I let this play, Chris Wallace was about ready to pop a blood vessel because he actually heard the truth. And he tried to say, but that's not a choice. And well, a lot of people die of secondhand. That's why you can't smoke in literally any restaurant. But even still, forget that one's a choice and one's not. One is supposed to be the plague of all plagues of all mankind. Yet cigarette smoking, something that could be easily banned. Imagine saying we could just ban the coronavirus. We could just ban it. It's illegal. The coronavirus is now illegal, and we can throw it all away. And no one will ever get it again. See, we could do that with cigarettes. We could do that with cigars. And we would be able to get rid of something that kills more people than coronavirus will in the worst projections. And I keep saying that because it's important, because a national figure on a national TV show, a member of this administration, just literally said what this channel has been saying for the last 2 months, that there are things out there that kill a lot more people every year than this. This is just cigarette smoking is just one thing. Heart disease, which is kind of tied in with it. Then you have malaria. Then you have the 2009-2010 H1N1 flu season. Let's just talk about that one season. 60 million worldwide cases. Right now, coronavirus, 1.2 million. 60 million. 2009-2010. Deaths were estimated somewhere between 151,000 and 450,000 worldwide. 2009, April 2009, April 2010. Look it up, CDC. I'll find the link. Never mind. I'll put it in the first pinned comment. 151,000 minimum deaths. Could have been as high as 450,000. Nowhere near that. What are we now? 25,000 total in the world? Yet we literally destroyed the entire world's economy. Over, I'm going to say it again, for most people, it was an inconvenient, nasty, seasonal bug. For most people. And I'm sorry if you've lost a loved one. But a lot of people lose a lot of loved ones every year to dengue, to malaria, to all sorts of things that are quote-unquote preventable, and we don't shut the world down for it. We don't cause, what is it now, 6.6 million people file for unemployment in this country? All of the beaches, Disney World, all professional sports, literally everything shut down because of this. And this guy just said more people are going to die from cigarette smoking than the worst projections. That's the last time I'll say it. But once again, it's Bizarro World. I'll leave it there. Like, share, subscribe.